Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Fantastic Four Human Torch, and this is a Walgreens exclusive. This is a single carded figure. It is not part of any kind of Build-A-Figure wave or anything like that, and just so you know, if you're expecting the Dragonstorm video to be coming out before this one, so was I, but it's actually going to be coming up after this one. I just decided to get this done first. So if you want to see Dragonstorm, that video is coming up next, so stay tuned. Coming around to the back, you don't have any other figures being advertised on the back because this is just a single figure on its own. We have a little bio and a picture of the figure right here. Let's go ahead and get this thing open and take a closer look. And here we have the Human Torch out of the packaging, and this figure is definitely the best Human Torch we have had to date. It's been a long time since we've had one. In fact, I think the last time would have been about 10 years ago when we got one in the Ares series, you know, barring like the Fantastic Four movie ones and stuff that have come out since then. You know, that was the last official Legends Human Torch, so it's definitely awesome to get Fantastic Four again. There is one thing that I would have changed to it that would have then made it, for me, the perfect Human Torch. But as it is definitely better than how I thought. I mean, that head right there, it's actually molded in an orange plastic that then you've got the, you know, the yellow paint on the top there signifying the flames. And the body is actually a very dark orange, almost red. So I honestly thought that the head would be, you know, very much kind of standing out on top there, but I think it's very good that it is lighter. And obviously you get the red peg inside there, or the dark orange, whatever, which is helping to darken the head a little bit too, but it also means that they can paint on the eyebrows there that you can see. And honestly, you know, flames do get brighter towards the top, so it does definitely make sense. And it is quite comic book accurate as well, to be honest with you. But also, like, it does look a lot lighter under my lights that I have here, and obviously on photos and everything. When you put it on your shelf, it's not going to be like a really bright yellowy orange head or anything like that. It is going to match very well to the rest of the body. Honestly, it really does. Now, accessory wise, over on this side, his left hand, we have an open flying hand, which does actually have some molded in flames on the back of the hand, which I think looks absolutely awesome. And as you can see, we have some newly molded forearms right there, and the flames flow really nice together. It's fantastic. You get another hand with the flames on the back, and that one is just a solid fist. Now, you do actually get a pair of normal, regular fists, so you can have him without those flames on if you wish, and the reason for those is you actually get a pair of these flame ball effects, which as you can see slide over the fist. I believe we got them with Iron Fist, only these have the painted yellow on as well to differentiate from the translucent that we have, and I think they work really nice, and they just sit over the normal fist there, as you can see. So you can have him with regular fists, fists with flames, or fists with these big fireballs on them. And obviously if you have a stand or something, you could have it in front of him as if he's just thrown it or something like that. Maybe in front of that hand would be pretty sweet. That looks pretty cool. So another accessory that you have is the flames on his back. So you have a little peg hole and a little peg, and it'll sit on there very nicely. It's an orange translucent plastic, a very yellowy plastic, and then it's painted with the yellow on the top. I think it works really well. Adds a nice dynamic to the figure so that it's not just a plain figure until you get to the head or something. So I really do like this piece, and obviously you can use that with some other characters if you wish. And what the great thing about that is obviously you have a peg hole then to use for a stand. If you don't have one with the cradle like I just used to hold him up, and if you want to use one that pegs straight into the back, you've got the peg hole there. So that's very important for a character like the Human Torch. As you can see, we do actually have a nicely printed 4 on there as well. And we actually have a line of red paint signifying the waistband on the trousers. That is also very much needed. Down here on the feet, I love this. Not only do we get some awesome translucent legs down here, obviously the whole thing's translucent, but this is really fantastic. There's a bit more of a kind of red in this than there is in this, but you have the flames on there molded on, so that's fantastic. But you even have some flames molded onto the back of the feet, so you have new feet, new calves, new forearms, new hands, and a new head on this guy. The rest of him is actually the Bucky Cap mold. The Bucky Cap mold, I feel, is one of the best ever created from Marvel Legends, and it definitely has spawned lots of new bodies that we've got right now, sort of variations, some bigger, some smaller than it. But what some of those new bodies have are butterfly joints. Now what we have over here on this bullseye mold right here, as you can see, he has a slightly more slender frame, you know, it is not quite as muscular, but then what we also have is the butterfly joints here, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm on about these in the shoulders. I think this really lends itself to a flight pose really well. You can get a lot more dynamic, you know, air poses with it, and so I think that if this was on that mold, then it would have been the perfect figure, because honestly I love the color choices that they've gone with. I love that they've painted in that waistband. You've got a nicely done 4 on there. The head is perfect. Honestly, the fact that they've actually made these new forearms and everything, even the hands, that I really do like. So as for the articulation, then the head can move all the way up for those flight poses. When you put the flames on his back, it doesn't quite go that far. It can maybe just go about that far, but that is still more than enough. The head can move left and right and has some pivot to it as well. The shoulders ratchet all the way around and can come out to the side. Let me just swivel it around, and they can come out to the side, as you can see. Rotation in the upper part of the arm, double jointed elbows, rotation and a hinge there at the wrist. That's the same for all of them. So as you can see, if I go ahead and put the flames on, and the head can only move that far back, you can actually tilt the body back and still get him looking straight forward in a flight pose. So that's really good. It can crunch all the way down like so. Rotation at the waist, hips come out to the side, move forward and back, rotation in the upper part of the thigh, double jointed knees, rotation at the boot, the feet move up and down and have ankle pivot. And as you can see, I was not careful with the figure at all right then. This plastic is exactly the same quality as, you know, normal regular Marvel Legends plastic. It is not brittle, it is not going to break. Don't worry, yes, it's a translucent figure, but it is just as good quality as any other figure. This thing is not going to snap on you or something. I was pretty much manhandling the figure right there. I wasn't being careful at all, and this thing is fine. So to the top of the flames there, he actually stands almost 7 inches tall, but at the top of his actual head, he is 6.5 inches tall, just like most Legends on that Bucky Cat mold. So as you can see, he's a very good scale next to his sister right there, Susan Storm. And he does look really great, but most artwork does depict him a little bit more slender than he is right here. This is a very muscular Human Torch. Yes, it's not on one of the big bulking molds or anything like that, but he is definitely a little bit bigger than what I would consider to be perfectly comic book accurate. So like I said, if he was on that Sunfire, you know, kind of bullseye mold right here, I think that would have been a little bit of a better choice. Just a little bit more slender and a little bit better articulation as well in those shoulders for the flight poses, and then it would have been honestly perfect. But as it is fantastic. I'm loving what they're doing with these Fantastic Four figures, and I cannot wait for the rest of them. I honestly love what they're doing with these Fantastic Four figures. We're getting great accessories, newly molded parts, and they look incredible. So I definitely recommend them. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to check out my Instagram and Twitter, the links are in the description below. If you go ahead and follow me on there, you'll see when I post new videos the instant that they go up. If you want to check out some other videos, there's some on the screen right now, and you can also subscribe for more Marvel Legends. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.